hello to our happy community. Hope your day is going positively well. We're sitting here talking about a lot of good and interesting things, so we thought to share it with you.
So, I saw this video recently. She was talking about rewriting or revising the past. So let's say something unfavorable happened in the past. She said that we could rewrite it, because the past doesn't exist anymore, right? It only exists in our head now. It already happened. So it shouldn't hold power over us anymore because it doesn't exist in this time frame because we are present. And so she was basically saying that we could rewrite anything in the past or revise anything in the past. And I wanted to get Ma's opinion on it because she also said you could revise it or rewrite it, but don't stay there because it did already happen, because it is already the past. Don't continue to stay there. But the reason why she says that is because, let's say I embarrassed myself, right? And I still cringe, in the present about how I embarrassed myself. Well, I could rewrite it in my head and have a different outcome. And the reason, I don't know, what do you think of that, Mom? What do you think? I just wanted her opinion on it, really.
So, what do you want my opinion about it necessarily?
Oh. Just is that something? Is that something?
So basically, just not.
Feeding into that story, I guess.
Yes,
right?
yes. You have to move on. You have to move past the past and create a new story, a new chapter, new outline for yourself. So you don't want to keep living in the past, and you don't want to keep bringing up how things didn't work out.
Right. So I guess the reason why I was even thinking about that was because, for those that know, I recently got broken up with, and every time I get broken up with, I think of all of my past relationships and how I've been broken up with, in all of them, you know what I mean? And I guess I was just thinking how when I get into relationships, I kind of think, oh, this person's gonna leave me. I think about all.
The first thing that comes into my mind while you're speaking is, what kind of relationship do you have with yourself? Because it's going to determine what kind of relationship you have. And yes, I've seen how you are with other people. You give it your all. You give it your 100%, and it just seems like
they never.
Yes, they don't match. So
match.
What can we do different, or what can we do? So I say,
I give my energy to myself.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Just take yourself out on dates. Just whenever you visualize another being in a relationship with another person, do that with yourself. You know what I mean?
We recently bought flowers for ourselves.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
And I keep wanting flowers on dates, and none of the guys buy me flowers. So I think I'm gonna get me some. I know I'm gonna get me some flowers.
You said you'll know that he's the
Mom.
one.
Okay, you can say it. Go ahead.
Well, she told herself that she knows that he's the one when he brings flowers to her, and so
without me having to hint
or
suggest or nothing. One of my exes, and I love him so much. He's an amazing guy. I don't hate any of my. I'm trying to think of. I don't hate any of my exes, right? But one of my exes, I would beg him for flowers. I was like, when are you gonna surprise me with flowers? We were together for 8 months. That was my longest relationship. And he would say they're at the store, go buy them. And I'm like, bro, you're my boyfriend. I'm telling you what I want. I want flowers. not a surprise anymore, but it would be nice if you go get me flowers. And he was like, no, you go buy them. They're at the store.
It does seem like you go all out, and you're looking for your match. You're looking for someone that matches that same frequency as you, and that same vibration where, you know, you're showing them how you want to be treated by the way you're treating them. And so you're bringing them all these flowers and you're doing all these things for them, and then, but you're not getting anything in return. You're giving, but there's no receiving.
And that's why I think I really should focus on myself. That guy, I do give, when I'm in a relationship, guys, I really do give my all. I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. And this is why the whole video was about, like, how do I not bring the past into my relationship? I've been done dirty in the past. How do I not keep that? I'm self-sabotaging when I get into a new relationship because I'm thinking about all the hurt that I've been through, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I got a couple messages that was like, I would never hurt you and all this other shit. And I'm like, yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. And Mom was like, no, don't, like, you know, change it. But I'm just like, well, every guy that said that to me in the past has. So it's kind of like, how do I not? So I'm trying to think, should I rewrite the past, right? So that way I don't keep.
Yes, just because one person did you dirty or wrong doesn't mean that the next one will. And so you don't want to bring that into the next relationship that you get into. You want to have a clean slate. You want to make sure that your thinking is going to be, like, you know, pure and joyful and desirable, instead of, like, overthinking into the thoughts of what someone else did to you.
Right. Also, and I really do have to change my belief system because I give my all. I feel like when I give my all, I feel like I can't give my all. Is that what I'm saying? I feel like I shouldn't give my all because when I do, that's when it ends. Like with the guy I told you about the flowers and stuff like that. For his birthday, he's long distance, so I drove to him and I made him a whole bunch of balloons, a basket full of gifts, or not a basket full of gifts, a gift thing. I don't know.
It was like more than 2 hours away, 3 hours away.
Yeah, I drove to him and everything. I got him like a birthday cake and then his favorite type of pie. Like, I surprised him with a whole bunch of shit. And then for my birthday, he forgot my birthday. And I didn't get anything. And he forgot my birthday. And
it really says a lot, but also
it does, right?
just be alert. See the red flags. Determine if you still want to continue in that kind of relationship, one that you're giving and giving and giving, but you're not receiving anything back.
Yeah.
Do you want to continue to be in a relationship like that, or do you want to move on and just say, you know what, okay, I can tell you're not in alignment with who I am, so I'm just gonna move on.
As a woman, we keep thinking that they can change, like, oh, maybe next year, or, you know, he'll do better, like, you know what I mean, and then we give it a chance. But I think from now on, I see one thing about you that I don't like, and you're done. Like, I don't know if it's the way you look at me. I'm like, no, you're going, because I can't keep putting my all.
Well, you know your worth. You know what you deserve, and so if you're not getting, you know, fulfillment out of the relationship, then you have to decide, yes, like, and then also not be used while you're in that process, because I noticed that, or, you know, how they'll say what they think you want to hear just to get what they want out of you, and that's not okay. That is not okay.
I'm trying to change my mindset on that too.
You want to find authenticity. You want to find someone that speaks their truth. You know, the good, the bad, the ugly. You want someone that doesn't have a mask on. Someone that's not hiding anything from you. That's someone that's real up front. Like, hey, yes, I have flaws. You know, I have flaws. There's things about me that you may or may not like, but I'm going to show you my
my authentic self, my true self. And if you still choose to be in this relationship with me, then that's, okay, we can move forward together. But if not, then it's time for us to go our separate ways, And so
Yeah.
I think that, yes, in this whole process, create the thoughts that you want to have, not the undesirable thoughts, because we want to stay away from negativity. We want to stay away from the negative things. We've been there, done that. We've had a lifetime full of that shit,
Yeah.
right? And now it's time to create something better for ourselves. We deserve better thoughts. We deserve better feelings. We deserve great things to happen to us, and it all starts from within. So start embodying better ways of thinking, better ways of feeling, and not overthink about. If you're going to overthink, and this is another conversation we had, if you're going to overthink, let it be good stuff.
Yes.
Overthink about, oh man, all the great things that can happen, instead of all the bad things that can happen. You know what I mean? So if you're going to go into overthinking, think about all the great things.
And how do you know overthinking versus intuition?
Well, overthinking, and
Does overthinking come with anxiety, maybe?
yes. Overthinking, when it's like negative overthinking, it starts to weigh on you. It starts to make you feel a certain kind of way, and maybe not so good. You know what I mean? Not in a good way. And so that's how you know you're overthinking and taking it somewhere that's not beneficial to you or your surroundings.
Right.
And so yes. So we just want to continue to, just keep it feeling good. Keep your thoughts on things that feel good and things that you desire and want, not the things that you dislike or
So,
that's undesirable.
There's a saying, treat people, or not, I don't know if it's treat people how you want to be treated, but like what you said, be the person you want to attract. So you know how I did all that for him, right? And I expecting it back, but I still didn't get that from him. What is that? Just that he just wasn't the one, or what?
Well, he's showing you his true self. He's showing you that he's like,
because I'm trying to be who I want to attract. I want to be someone, but it still didn't
and
work.
when you come across people that aren't in alignment with who you are, and you're wanting the same thing that you're giving out, right?
Yeah.
And you meet someone and he's not doing those same things, or he's not in that same alignment, that same frequency as you, then he's basically saying, like, this is not, he's not on the same vibrations as you. He's not at the same frequency as you. So therefore, that's when you have to start deciding, do you still want to continue in that relationship?
Yeah.
Because he's not going to bring to the table what you're bringing to the table. You know what I mean? And what are you looking for? But see, and then here we go. So when you get to that point where you meet these people and they're not in the same wavelength as you have to make the decision. What, like, if you keep on meeting these same kind of people, the best thing to do is just focus on you. Just give yourself that love that you need. Give yourself those dates. Take yourself out. Get your hair done. Whatever it is that you like, because everyone's different.
I because I just went through a breakup. I want my hair done and shit like that. I want my hair done. All that shit.
So if you keep bumping into people like that, it's like, okay, what do I do? Like, I'm trying to meet Mr. Right, but, I'm not.
You need to focus on just focus on yourself.
Yes, that's the answer. Focus on yourself, and when the time is right.
I know that's what also keeps me going, because I know that there is someone out there that will treat me right, but I'm going to focus on treating myself right. I'm going to focus on building myself, and all that other stuff. So I'm not gonna date for a while, and that's a vow I put on everything. I'm not gonna date on. I'm not dating. I'm not nothing sexual, nothing like. I don't want any part. I don't even really want friends, to be honest. But I do have coworkers that want to hang out and shit like that. But I don't even want that, honestly.
Keep your circle
Very, very,
very
very
small.
small. And I just want to focus on myself right now. And yeah, I just want to focus on myself and giving myself the best.
That's the answer. That's the answer. That's the answer right there. Just focus more on yourself. When you're not getting what it is that you're seeking on the outside of you, then go within and give it to yourself. Like, give it to yourself. That's the greatest answer, because it's like, okay. But also, when you least expect it, when you're not looking, and when you're not, I guess I don't know if you're putting force to it, because some people could force it a little too much, like, oh yeah, I gotta have him or her, and it's like, no, like, when you don't force it, the right person will come.
Right. With this one, okay, so with all my exes, I've always was like, no, this is gonna be my husband, this is gonna be my husband, and even though I knew it wasn't, even I tried to force it. With this one, I mean, we did call each other husband and wife, but honestly, I was like, I'm just gonna enjoy the experience while you're here, while we're together. I'm not gonna have this huge expectation, because
yes, I was gonna mention about that. Expectations. Don't have expectations.
Right.
Because you're expecting something, and when you don't get it, it's like, but just.
But also have boundaries. Just because you don't have expectations, have boundaries. Because, like, with me giving them all that shit, you have standards and shit like that, but don't expect it from the wrong people. I don't know what to say.
Just also know that they're showing you who they really are.
Yeah.
When they're not, doing the same thing that you're doing, it's like, that's them. That's them. They're showing you that that's like part of who they are, and so therefore it's like, what do? You can say, you can go into acceptance. Okay, that's who they are, but then you can also be like, okay, what do I do now? And then decide.
Right.
It's time for me to move on, because this is not something I'm looking for. I'm looking for something, different, and something more in alignment with who I am.
Yes. And I think, what was I gonna say? But yeah, just don't have, just enjoying the experience, honestly.
Yes, enjoy the experience. If you're going to do it, at least enjoy every moment until the season's over, and then something else starts, something else new starts, and then just enjoy something new. Well, we love you all. Hopefully you got something out of this, because these are like some of the things that we're talking about, and just want to share with you all. Relationships isn't as easy, because sometimes you have to work at it with but again, two people have to be on the same page in order for it to happen. So because some things take time, and some things you both people have to work at it in order to make something beautiful happen out of it, and so but have to be on the same page when it comes to that. And so there's this
Sorry.
I was gonna say, there's this inner feeling, this inner, will tell you, that, this is the person, and stuff like that. But, listen to your gut. Listen to your instincts.
I wanted to ask, is it masculine to buy a man, like, do you guys even care about that? Because even with my recent ex, I decorated his hotel room with flowers and all this other shit, and he broke up with me that day. So is that something that's just like unattractive in a female, like, to do that? Because I'll stop doing that real quick. No, because that's who I am.
Okay, so we all have the masculine and feminine energy within ourselves.
Yes.
And so therefore, if you feel called to do it for someone,
then the right person will love.
Oh
yes, the right person, right,
will love you and enjoy the things that you do
Be
for
your
them.
authentic self,
Yes.
and you will attract and then you'll also, the ones that aren't, they'll naturally go away on
Grab
their
it,
own.
yes,
But
yes,
the
yes,
one,
yes.
yes, because I was like, the guys that I gift guys and everything, and I guess they don't like that shit or something, because then I always end up getting broken up with, like, shortly after that. It's like, y'all know, I'm just being, I like showing my love. I don't really know how to, so I do it, by surprising them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but just like you said, be your authentic self. If you feel called to do something, do it.
Right.
And the ones that it's that matches that,
Right.
you'll know.
Right.
And the ones that aren't in alignment with that, they'll naturally fucking
Yeah.
exit out your life because they're not. And so that's how you know the universe is also working too, because it's like, okay, whether you listen to your gut or not, the universe kind of steps in and say, you know what, I know this person's not meant for her, so I'm going to help kind of move him out the way so we can bring in the right person. But then also it gives you the time to work on yourself as well while the universe is bringing in, the right person for you.
Right. Because I'm just working on myself now, and I love it.
Yes.
I'm healing. Right now I'm in the healing stage, but I'm working on myself, so I'm like...
Before we end the video, there was something that you mentioned that I also thought about this last week or this week. Vows.
Yes.
Create
Yes.
vows
Yes.
to yourself so that way you can stick to what it is that you're, make a promise to yourself.
Yes,
Write it down and create this promise to yourself. That way you can continue, frame it or whatever you need to do so that way you can see it every day. That way you can stick to it, and so that way you know what you're willing and what you're not willing to accept when it comes to certain things. And so I think vows and promises are very important, and so that's what I was actually creating myself last week. And so I have not finished my vows to myself, but I think that's a beautiful thing because the best relationship that you can have is with self. Your best investment is with self, and so you want to go there before trying to externalize anything. So if you're not okay on the inside, then what makes you think the outside's going to so you have to just create this beautiful relationship with self in order for things to come into an alignment and for things to start looking up for you. So I just wanted to end that with that. Create a promise to yourself, create vows to yourself, and can you what?
Nothing.
And so just and remember, write it down, print it out, make it look really nice, frame it, look at it daily, because this is something that is special to you, that you're creating for yourself. So I love you all. Have an amazing and wonderful day, because you deserve it. Mwah.